Let me get my guests into the show. Ashok, Rasivandar walked, but should he have walked? Did you think it was a catch, a legitimate catch?
It seemed to be. I really would not know. He could have gone for the third umpire. He would have gone for the DRS, but he decided. He thought he has nicked it on his thigh pad and onto the wicket keeper. I would say Rishabh Pant took a good catch diving forward. But the fact is the phenomenal spell of bowling. We talked about Bumrah, we talked about Shami, we talked about Siraj, but we overlooked Shardul Thakur, who I always said he's a man with the golden hour. And he again once again proved, I'm also in this race. Don't count me out. The way he bowled magnificently. He has bowled like that for Mumbai always. He's a spearhead for Mumbai and always been their go-to bowler. And he always delivers. That's his strength. But what about Shami? Although he didn't pick up a wicket, but they had no clue which way the ball was going. He was bowling at the right area, swinging the ball away, beating the bat so often. It was unbelievable. And as I said, in this bull ring, the Indian bulls are ravaging, the South Africans.
Would you say, Sarandeep, it was an inspired bowling change by KL Rahul, and just to bring in Shardul Thakur at that moment was really a magical stroke of luck for the Indians as well?
Definitely. I mean, if you see, Shardul Thakur is a man of crisis. Every time, even in Australia, when your main fast bowlers don't get the wickets, Virat Kohli bring Shardul Thakur and he again get the breakthrough from there. Even in England, he did the same, and today he did the same. Ashok Bhaji said, right, we talk about Shami, Bumrah and Siraj, but never talk about Shardul much. But today is all talk about Shardul Thakur, the way he bowling. And the best thing is, if you see, he's not the one who was very quicker.
Right.
And his run-up is very smoothly. He just run very smoothly. But suddenly, with the surprise package from bowling 130 to 135, he have that surprise package to bowl a bit quicker, which he deceived Peterson and which he went to with that pace also. So this is the best thing about his bowling. He know what he's doing it. So that's the best thing about the fast bowling is.
Ashok, Shardul Thakur is in the middle of a fantastic spell. 5 overs, 3 wickets. What do you think he did right? Because as you mentioned, even Shami was bowling fantastic.
Yeah, sure, Rika. But as I said always, he always has the wicket luck. As Sarandeep said, he bowled magnificently in Australia. He bowled beautifully in England whenever he was given an opportunity. He does not get very many opportunities and is first to be pushed out to the side. But today, again, he bowled a very good line length, especially when Siraj is 50% fit. He's going through motions. So he covered up for Siraj, bowled magnificently. Although Shami bowled beautifully, but the wicket luck was with the Shardul. He picked up the wickets, which really battered, which has put South Africa on the back foot, because 88 for 1, and now they're 102 for 4. So they are on the back foot. 1 more wicket, then we are into the tail. So that means India is in the driver's seat. These 3 quick wickets has turned the game totally around on its head.
South Africans are at the moment 100 runs behind. But Sarandeep, coming to you, would you say Mohammad Siraj not looking 100% and the injury that he had yesterday is still at the back of his mind?
Definitely. As a bowler, there's always be a back of your mind that I'm injured, so I have to be very careful. I don't have to push myself, don't have to be back my bend a bit quicker, try to bowl line of length. But that's actually you are not, because you trying to be bowl fast. You are a proper fast bowler, so your rhythm has to be like that. So it's very difficult for Mohammad Siraj. So I think now it's an opportunity for Ravichandran Ashwin. I must say he has to be chipped in. If Mohammad Siraj is not paid for the second innings, then someone has to chip in, because how many overs Bumrah, Shami or Shardul will bowl? Shardul might be pull a bigger spell for you, but Bumrah and Shami, you have to give them a rest. You have to bowl shorter spells and come back. But in between that, someone has to be chipped, like Ashwin has to bowl longer spells from one end, the other end to keep ending the ball.
Ashok, would you say Ravi Ashwin, he used the bounce beautifully in bull ring at Wanderers, but was unable to get wickets. He was a tad bit unlucky?
I would say so. And I think he is going to be into the party. And as Sarandeep said rightly, now the Indian bowling will revolve around Ashwin. He can bowl from one end, and the 3 fast bowlers can bowl from the other end. And 5 overs spell, but Ashwin can bowl from one end, and around him all 3 of them. Because Siraj, I think, should not be bowling. I don't know how the trainer or physio or has allowed him to bowl, because hamstring injury is such, Rika, it only gets from back to words if you keep bowling. You have to take a complete break. I know he's brave enough to be on the path, but it will hurt him more. It will hurt the Indian team more if he keeps on the ground. So the best option is take him off the field, bowl with 4 bowlers, Ashwin from one end, the other 3 quicks from the other end.
Now let's talk a little bit about Keegan Peterson, who got to his maiden Test half-century. Sarandeep, would you say his defence looked watertight until that moment when he decided to play Shardul Thakur? Go for the drive?
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. Whatever. When he comes in, he's playing Mohammad Shami. His mind is there how to play Jasprit Bumrah or Mohammad Siraj. He's ready for them because they are quickest and they come. These defenses look solid. But certainly when you see Shardul Thakur is a bit slower and swing the ball, and he's timing so well. One over before, he hit 3 boundaries to Mohammad Shami. So he's into that look. He got that confidence. Okay, that's fine. Now I can be more accelerate. Now I can try some more boundaries to other ballers also. But when he start thinking like that, he come into the trap of Shardul Thakur, because Shardul Thakur wants such a batsman who can come after him, because then the beautiful outswing outside awesome he bowled. He gets so many wickets on that. So that's the best part of Shardul Thakur, and where Peterson bit lack of his concentration to try to accelerate some run rate and lost his wicket.
Ashok, let me ask you this question. Keegan Peterson got to his half-century and played that shot. Had he not crossed his half-century, would you say that he would have avoided playing Shardul Thakur the way he played?
Absolutely. He had thrown caution to the winds. The way he went after Shami, hit him for 3 boundaries, and you could see it coming. He was a bit overconfident. A lot of burden was off his shoulders because he has not scored a 50 in the last 4 Test matches. So the moment once you get a 50, you relax a bit. So that is when you lose your concentration. So he lost his concentration. While watching, I could feel it that it is coming, it's going. Because his feet were not moving, only the bat was going. So that is exactly what happened. And suddenly what he said, others were quick enough. They're coming on to the bat. And this guy is probably not as quick, but he bowls in the right areas and swings the ball away.
Right. Sarandeep, we have almost come to the end of the discussion, but I'll have to ask you, South Africa, now they have lost 4 wickets. Temba Bavuma is at the crease, but they're almost reaching their tail. Do you see them take a lead in the first innings?
From here, let's see how the next partnership will go. The one more wicket, if they build partnership going a bit longer, then might be they can reach closer to 200, and means even their tail can bat. Rabada can hit few. It is like what yesterday we see Shami did it or Bumrah did it. If their tail added 30-40 runs, then might be they can cross 200. But I don't think so. Means the way our bowlers are bowling, they can go that far also. Means they have to be very careful to getting the wickets. But instead of running after the batsman, you have to be careful. KL Rahul, you have to stop the runs also. You can't give easy runs to the tail. So there's a captaincy comes with it, where Dean Elgar yesterday lacked of it.
Absolutely. They can't allow, the Indians cannot allow the South African tail to wag. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on the show.